Premier League is back again this weekend with games. There are games we played on Saturday and Sunday. So we are going to look at the predictions for these matches, and we are going to start with Arsenal, who are facing Brighton away. Or Arsenal facing Brighton away. Remember, Arsenal are second in the league with 68 points. They are 2 points behind Liverpool, who have 70 points. Brighton, on the other hand, they are ninth with 43 points. So Arsenal, who won their last game against Luton Town, they won 2-0. Martin Odegaard goal and Hashoki on goal helped Mikel Arteta's men to move to get another 3 points and moved 2 points within Arsenal. So Arsenal, we know their last game, I think they won 2-0. Yeah, the last game they played with Brighton, they won 2-0. And looking at the statistics between two teams, Arsenal, they have won 4 times in their last 5 matches and only drawn once against Manchester City. On the other hand, Brighton have won twice, lost twice, and they've drawn once. Overall, Brighton's performance this season have not been what we expected them to be, for considering that they were phenomenal and fantastic and a joy to watch the season that is last season. This season, they lost McAllister, they lost Caicedo. They've not been where they were last season. So Arsenal are facing Brighton away, and looking at their last 5 games, Brighton have won 3 times, they've not drawn, and Arsenal have won twice. So the history backs Brighton to win, but I think Arsenal will win against Brighton. Title contenders Manchester City, they are facing Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park. Crystal Palace versus Manchester City in the Premier League, game week 32. And Crystal Palace are welcoming City at Selhurst Park. Looking at their last 5 matches, we know that Palace have won once, they've drawn twice, and lost twice. And on the other hand, Manchester City have won 3 times and they've drawn 2 times, including the famous draw against Arsenal. So Arsenal, or rather Manchester City, are third in the Premier League with 67 points. They are 3 points below league leaders Liverpool and 1 point below second placed Arsenal, who have 68 points, with City having 67 points, Liverpool having 70 points. On the other hand, Crystal Palace are sitting 14th in the table with 30 points, having played 30 games. So Palace have 14. I think I can say they are safe from relegation, but they can't take chances for granted, and I think they will be fighting for 3 points as well, or rather 1 point as well, against Manchester City. So City, in their last 5 games, we know City have won twice, they've drawn twice, and Palace have won once. Their last game at Etihad this season, the first leg was a 2-2 draw. I remember the Michael Olise's last penalty that was considered by, I think, Foden. So they've drawn 2-2. They've drawn 2-2 at the Etihad Stadium, and Manchester City will be looking for a better result when they visit Selhurst Park. I know Palace is a very tough team, and they enjoy playing against Manchester City, but I'll be going for City to win. Chelsea, after their 4-3 win and the first win against United for the first time in 7 years, they will be facing Sheffield United at Bramall Lane. Chelsea will be visiting Bramall Lane on Sunday and visit Sheffield United in the Premier League. And looking at their last 5 games, Chelsea have won 3 times and they've drawn 2 times. Chelsea are unbeaten in the last 5 games in all competitions. On the other hand, Sheffield United have lost 3 times and drawn 2 times. So Chelsea are unbeaten in their last 5 games in all competition. On the other hand, Sheffield United are and they're winless in the last 5 games in all competitions. Looking at their current position, we know Chelsea are sitting 10th in the table with 43 points, having played a game less. On the other hand, Sheffield United are in the bottom of the table with their 20th with 15 points. Looking at statistics, we know that this game is going to be an easier one for Chelsea, because looking at the statistics, looking at the form of the current teams, we know that Chelsea is superior for Sheffield United. Their past 5 matches, Chelsea have won 4 times, they've drawn, and they've lost one. So in the last 5 matches, Sheffield have one win. On the other hand, Chelsea have 4 wins. Their last game, which was played this season, and at the Stamford Bridge, that's the first leg, Chelsea won 2-0 comfortably. And again, I am backing them to win another game at the Lane, considering the fact that they're just coming from they're fresh from their winning against United at Stamford Bridge. So I'm backing Chelsea to win again at Bramall Lane. Tottenham, after their disappointing draw against West Ham in the Premier League, they'll be looking to bounce back and win, when they will face Nottingham Forest at home. So looking at their last 5 games in all competition, Spurs have won 3 times, they've drawn once and lost once. On the other hand, Forest have won once, drawn twice and lost twice. As you know, Spurs are sitting 5th in the table. They have 57 points. On the other hand, Forest are sitting 17th with 25 points. So Spurs are fighting for the Champions League spot. Fifth position can guarantee you a place in Champions League next season. On the other hand, Nottingham Forest are sitting 17th, as I said earlier, with 25 points, and I can say they are fighting relegation. They are not safe yet, so they'll be fighting for 30 points because they need to secure their position and their place in the next season fixture contention as well. So looking at their last 5 games, Spurs have won 4 times, they've drawn 0 times, and Forest have won 1 time. So this fixture is for Spurs according to statistics. Their last game as well, Spurs won 2-0 away at away here. So they'll be looking for yet another result like that when they will face Forest at home. So I think Spurs with their players like Son, Brennan Johnson, Madison, Kulveski, this Timo Werner as well, and also Richarlison. These kind of players, they are quality players. They can affect the game positively if they are on their best day. So I'm backing Spurs to get their 3 points against Forest at home, because they are fighting for the top for being in the Champions League next season. Aston Villa, who are sitting 4th in the Premier League, are welcoming Brentford at Villa Park. Remember, the last 5 games in all competitions, Aston Villa have won twice, and on the other hand, Brentford are winningless in their last 5 games in all competition, losing 2 times and drawing 3 times. Looking at their position in the table, we know Aston Villa, they are 4th with 59 points, 2 points ahead of Spurs. On the other hand, Brentford are 15th with 28 points. They are still fighting for relegation. They are not safe yet, so they need that win. It's very important for them, as well as Aston Villa, who are still fighting for that top of the place in the Champions League next season. Looking at their last 5 games, we know Aston Villa have won twice, they've drawn twice, and Brentford have won once. Their last game, which was away, Aston Villa won 2-1, and they'll be looking for the same result when they face Brentford at home. And I think Villa are superior than Brentford, but Brentford is also a team which can disappoint you. Remember their famous draw against United, and also the draw against Brighton, that is. So I'll be going for maybe a draw or Aston Villa to win. I know they'll be fighting for 1 point. Brentford, the team that they are relentless. They fight to the death and they fight until the last minute. So they are relentless, and I think they can upset Aston Villa at home. But Aston Villa, they have players like Leon Bailey, Oli Watkins, who are in form, Yuri Tillemans, and I think they are in a position to win against Brentford at home. Other games were which are being played this weekend, we have Fulham who are facing Newcastle. Fulham are sitting at 13th with 39 points. On the other hand, Newcastle are 8th with 44 points. Looking at their last 5 games in all competitions, Fulham have won twice, they've lost twice, and they've drawn once. Newcastle have also won twice, lost twice, and drawn once. But in their last 5 games overall, Newcastle have won all the 5 games, whereas Fulham are winless against Newcastle in the last 5 games. Away at St James Park, Newcastle won 2-0 against Fulham. So I'll be backing Fulham or rather Newcastle to get another win or maybe a draw in that game. Another game is Wolves against West Ham. Wolves are 11th with 42 points. West Ham are 17th with 45 points. I think this game is a tough one. Wolves full and West Ham, I think is a tough one. No, Wolves are 11th with 42 points. West Ham are 7th with 45 points, and these two teams are strong enough. So I'll be going for a draw between Wolves and West Ham. Everton, Burnley. Everton are sitting 16th with 26 points. Burnley are 19th with 19 points. Both are fighting relegation, and I think Everton versus Burnley is going to be a draw because these two teams they are strong enough for each other. Luton Town versus Bournemouth is another interesting game this weekend. Luton are sitting 18th with 22 points. Bournemouth are 12th with 41 points. Another interesting game to look for this weekend, and I think Bournemouth might come out as victorious because they are superior than Luton. I know Luton have been remarkable this season, but I think Bournemouth are strong enough for them. So I'm going for Bournemouth to win. Thanks for watching, guys.